Hello, guys. So today in this session, we will be discussing or we'll be getting into the escalating tension between Israel and Iran. If anyone thought that the conflict between these two nations have subsided, you need to think again. Recently, Iran has issued a significant warning. It's one that has been extensively covered by American media. So there is a speculation that Iran may launch a major attack on Israel at any moment, potentially as soon as today also. So today night or as soon as possible. That's the kind of warning which has been issued, and this warning is not just directed at Israel alone, but is being echoed to neighboring Arab countries, including Saudi and Iraq. So we will be discussing more into this, and let me share the screen. I have a beautiful PPT to share. With that, we can get into the discussion. So, guys, I hope you can see the screen here. Right. Okay. So let's get started. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so guys, Iran's government have issued or used strong language, strong words to assert that they will deliver a tooth-breaking response to Israel, which indicate their intent to launch their most powerful warheads yet. Okay, so the reason behind this potential retaliation is very clear that Israel's recent airstrikes have targeted various locations within Iran, and we discussed about that and that have reportedly destroyed advanced Russian-made S-300 missile defense systems and claiming the lives of two Iranian soldiers. So that could be the potential reason, of course, that is very clear. So again, in light of Iran's warning, the US has already taken precautionary measures. After a long period of time, the US have actually redeployed B-52 bombers to the Middle East. Okay, so these bombers are capable of carrying heavy conventional and nuclear bombs also. While this move may not necessarily indicate immediate action against Iran, but it's undoubtedly a strong signal that US is prepared for any kind of escalated situation. So coming to Israel's targeted moves. Okay, so see, the US have actually conveyed a clear warning to Iran. Any further attack on Israel could result in consequences that the US will not be able to restrain. So the last time Israel launched an attack on Iran, it was limited due to conditions set by the US government. So otherwise, it would have been a massive retaliation from the side of Israel. So this time, however, if Iran proceeds with an offensive, the US wants that Israel's response will be full scale and unrestricted. So that the kind of warning which has been issued, to Iran by US. Now, Iran's strategic messaging, if you see, you might wonder why Iran repeatedly issues warning before initiating attacks. So the primary goal for Iran is to pressure Israel into a ceasefire, particularly concerning operations in Gaza and Lebanon. So they want the Israel's, attack on Gaza and Lebanon need to be stopped, and you need a ceasefire here. So Iran's president has openly stated that if Israel agreed to a ceasefire in these regions, then Iran's stance might soften. So that is very clear and obvious. So, but the problem is, it seems unlikely that Israeli leadership, especially under Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, will concede to these conditions. So the chances are very, very less, and it is near to impossible. Now, coming to Iran's confidence. Why Iran is so confident? Iran's confidence in its position is actually bolstered by the support of countries such as Turkey, China, North Korea, and especially Russia. Okay, so a significant development on the horizon is a comprehensive defense cooperation treaty between Russia and Iran, akin to Russia's agreement with North Korea, which I have discussed in the previous session, wherein North Korea provide military assistance to Russia, who's engaged in a conflict with Ukraine. So that agreement between North Korea and Russia is there, and the similar kind of agreement is there with Russia and Iran also. So this treaty expected by the end of the year and could change the geopolitical dynamics of the region dramatically and drastically. So if you look at US preparation and Russia, China, Turkey, yes. Okay, now coming to this potential regional impact. Okay, see, the US is fully aware that the strengthening ties between Russia and Iran, and we discussed also about this, that the bloc which has been formed between Russia, Iran, North Korea. And China at present, China is watching everything silently, but China can join. Okay, if China is also openly part of it, means that's going to be like a World War kind of situation. So this preparation ensures that if a conflict erupts, okay, the US is strategically positioned to respond. So reports basically indicate that the Israel is also bolstering its military positioning, with its navy potentially moving from Mediterranean into Red Sea and possibly to the Arabian Sea as well. So this shift would give Israel more strategic options to respond to any kind of Iranian aggression. Global economic implications, if you see, if Iran does carry out its promised largest attack yet, the impact would extend beyond Israel and Iran also. So the entire region could face severe repercussions with potential effects on global stability and the economy, including significant impact on stock markets. The world watches closely, knowing that the reverberations of such an attack would not be confined to the Middle East alone. So I am when I'm recording this video, I'm actually trading also, and you can see at this moment stock market is crashing and Nifty have fallen almost 500 points. If you want to see, I can show that. You can just take at this moment, I'm recording this video at 11:30. Nifty have fallen from 24,300 to almost 23,800, almost 500 points. Similarly, Bank Nifty also. So there maybe this could be the reason, and in fact this is actually the reason. So if you look at the possible outcome, see, the question is, should Israel respond with full force? Hmm? So the treaty between Russia and Iran could be expedited, and that can bring further complications to the geopolitical landscape. So the implications of such conflict are profound, with the potential to escalate into a broader regional or even global confrontation. So the US show of force with B-52 bombers, which I have discussed, is both a deterrent and a message. So any escalation will be met with strategic and prepared responses. Now coming to the conclusion. So, guys, as we monitor this tense situation, it's very important to understand the broader context and what it means for global stability. The developments between Israel and Iran, backed by complex alliances and strategic moves by major powers, it will shape the geopolitical environment in the coming weeks. And we need to wait and watch how the things are working out, what are the kind of blocks which are formed, and will it escalate into a kind of a major war, and that again eventually culminate into a kind of World War III. So we must stay informed and prepared for any updates. And finally, as we reflect on these unfolding events, consider how interconnected global politics can impact nations far beyond those directly involved. So even see, I told you right now, Nifty crashed around 500 points. How we are connected with all these, right? How Indians and we are connected with all these, but we are also getting significantly affected because of the interconnectedness that we have with the world. So that's about the session, and thank you so much for watching. In case if you are interested in any mentorship program, I'll give the details in the description, the link, and you can consider subscribing the courses also, guys. Thank you so much. See you in the next session.